bro?
The previous one, right? Not yeah. I haven't seen the preview for the new one though.
Okay, okay. How you feel about that opening, bro?
Honestly, I'm not crazy about I'm not crazy about like you mean the song, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm make a promo real
I
quick.
don't know. I'm not crazy about it. I'm gonna be honest. I like the visuals, but the song, the music's not. I don't know.
I feel like does it fit Bleach though? In your opinion?
I feel like it's not. I feel like for to me, Bleach has a very grunge aesthetic, and I feel like it's not really like matching that to me personally.
It's not matching it. I don't know,
To me.
bro. I'll be listening to it. I'm like, yo, like I can hear other theme songs from Bleach in this new theme song. So I'm like, all right, that makes sense. I'm like, I don't think it's like the most bangers of bangers, bro. But I think it's a solid Bleach song. Give me like a season 7.
It's solid, but it's not like
you know what I'm saying.
Like it's not like Bluebird. Like it's not gonna change my life. It's just gonna be like,
yeah. It's yeah. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, bro. It's not a revolutionary song, bro. But I like it. Though. I like it. It's solid.
And he's not glazing Bleach. The universe is gonna break in a second, bro. We're cut.
Yo, these new openings, bro. I say Don, bro. That opening, the visuals, the song is pretty fire. I think that's the best opening. I haven't seen a lot of openings, so forgive me if I'm gapping, but I think Don has the best opening.
You mean like of all time, like all anime?
Or winter, the visuals winter 2024, the song and the visuals. No, I say the visuals. I say the visuals. I say visuals.
The song. I'm a fan of the visuals, but I'm a big fan of the song. I listen to it at work.
I don't know. It's kind of
you like listen to it like in your like normal life.
Call me crazy, but I have a whole like gym playlist just straight up fucking anime openings. It's called Training Arc.
Why would you be crazy? This is regular, bro. This is regular.
Bro, nah, but what? Nah, you know you're really him when you have a playlist of like the TikTok songs with like the TikTok song with anime edits, but just like the
audio. you're walking like in slow motion down the street or some shit. You feel like you're him,
right?
You know that song where they put to the Sonic Sway.
Yeah.
Bro, I have that song, bro. I'm such a bot. I like that song, bro.
Switch has the most brain rot of all the anime content creators I know. Switch got hella brain rot.
Oh, he definitely does.
The most brain rot.
For sure.
I'm brain rotted.
Give me a second.
I love you though, bro. You're my boy.
Love you too, bro.
We already got 5 viewers on YouTube. That's pretty cool. There's already 5 people here.
Okay.
Yo, YouTube, say Wagwan. Wagwan, YouTube.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we got Destiny's in the chat. Let's
yeah.
go.
Calling Bleach boring right now.
What's up, Des?
Calling Bleach boring.
All right. Yo, bro. I got some good questions for you, ND. I hope you're ready, bro. I hope you're ready for these questions, bro.
Okay.
Bro, I like glanced through the questions, but I didn't prepare because I want to be able to give like an honest, like, I don't want to give like a scripted response. I want to just give like a.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
I prefer that.
Nobody knows my questions, bro.
Big W for that, bro. Big W for that.
Big W's, bro, for real.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's start.
Oh shit! Let me post a promo. He fucking posted a promo. My bad.
Okay, everyone in chat, what is poppin'? What's poppin' with you guys? You guys on the podcast, how you guys doing today?
I'm alright, bro. Yeah, how you feeling, bro?
Good. All right. So today we have a special guest. It's a special guest. His name is ND. You may know him by Unk on TikTok. And he's also a manga creator too. I would argue.
Yeah,
I would arguably say one of the best upcoming manga creators right now, bro. This guy is really him, bro. Like no glaze. This is like genuine from the heart.
And by the way, real quick, my name is actually ND because that hella people don't know my name and they think that ND is just like my TikTok name. That's my name in real life.
Facts.
What's your
And-
name? ND in real life?
Yeah. Well, my full name is
Is it
Ndebeze,
short
but
for something?
yeah, ND
Okay,
is short for
yeah.
Ndebeze because I'm Nigerian, so that's just
Okay.
like a short version.
Where
People
you
think
from,
it's
bro?
like
Where
just
in
more like
Nigeria are you from?
my dad is from Nnewi, my mom is from Umoji, so those are in Anambra State.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a girlfriend. My exes is from Igbo. You know about those?
Oh yeah,
You know,
that's
like,
that same like tribe.
oh, the same thing. All right. Okay. Cool.
Bro, when you said your name was ND, I thought you meant like literally the letters N and D. And the reason why I say that is because I have a friend. His name is JR, but it's spelled the letter J and the letter R. That's his actual first name, JR.
What's going on in this
Yeah, so like
world?
the first two letters of my name is ND. That's why I go by that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't mad at it.
Okay, so first of all, you have a manga out, and the name of it is Rune Symbol. Can you
Yes,
like briefly go over what Rune Symbol is about?
Okay, yeah. So the general idea, first of all, of like Rune Symbol is that it's more like a universe, right? And then I kind of want every like story that I write to be within that same universe. So it's kind of like, I guess it would be somewhat similar to how like Dragon Ball, how they have like the Dragon Ball verse, but then you have like stories of like where Goku is the center, or you can have a story where Gohan is the center, you can have a story where Trunks is the center. That's kind of like what I'm trying to create, kind of like a Tolkien type of world, but it's kind of like a mixture of like all different types of cultures and not just like the traditional like medieval fantasy kind of world.
Right.
But
Right.
like I would say like the general elevator pitch for like this story that I'm writing is basically there's a world and there is like a human world and an angel world that were separated. And then the God of the universe to separate this world because of the animosity between humans and angels to stop them from like destroying the entire universe, split
Right.
the world. But in my verse, every spell, every action, or like every like magical ability has a equivalent drawback. So the drawback to splitting the universe was that the god's body himself was split into 7 parts. And he has to wait for a couple hundred years for his body to reunite. And now one of the angels is trying to gather all of these parts, kind of like how they like look for the Dragon Balls, gather all of these
Right.
parts to put it inside himself so he can become God. But a lot of other characters are also trying to get the runes and put them inside themselves so they can have the power of the god to do the things that they want to do. Right. So the
Right.
main character's father is trying to use it to like reverse the wife is dead. So he wants to use
Wait,
the
say it
power
again?
of God to like
He wants to do what?
he wants to use it for like a resurrection spell. So like to use the power of God to resurrect somebody who he cares about who has died. So it's like kind of like a race against time kind of thing. And the way
Right.
that the main character is caught up in all this is because after the fallen angel who like basically betrayed his like job, decided to go after the runes to make himself God, the other angels discovered that what they can do is they can hide the runes inside of the souls of humans. And because humans don't have the same amount of spiritual energy as angels, it becomes essentially undetectable. So now the
Right.
main character has a rune inside of his body, and his father is looking for all of the other runes to bring his wife back to life. So he's kind of caught up in this game where everyone is looking for the runes, where his life is in danger because he also has a rune. So someone is going to try and kill him, kind of thing. So basically the general premise is that all these different factions are looking for the runes for their own benefit.
Okay. I like
One
it. I
word.
like that. That's
Peak,
really good.
bro,
That's really
peak.
good.
This shit
Mhm.
is fucking peak. Say
I got
that
a
shit with
question
your
for you,
chest,
ND.
bro.
I got a question for you,
Yes,
ND.
sir. Got you.
What is Rua, bro? What is Rua, bro?
So Rua in my series, it's basically like my version of spiritual energy. But what's unique about Rua is that it's not like only humans have Rua or only angels have Rua. It's like the essence of life. Everything in the universe has Rua, and
Right.
like generally speaking, humans have less Rua than angels, and animals have less Rua than humans. Plants
Right.
have less Rua than animals, right? But like obviously there are going to be anomalies within the world, and
Mhm.
magic basically is the ability to channel your Rua by using an incantation. That's what like magic is. However, you can still use Rua if you don't know how to use magic. For example, like I said, objects have Rua. So if you have like material, like let's say like some kind of ore or like material from like a volcano, right, that's going to have, that has Rua in itself. So you can like sort of channel the Rua from this like volcanic rock and use like magma and fire abilities from it without using your own Rua, right? So I feel like what's cool about it is that you can come up with all these creative ways to utilize this. For example, if you have like an animal, like a dinosaur that has Rua, right? If you can tame that dinosaur, you can make it like fight for you kind of thing. So you don't actually have to know how to use magic, but you have this like powerful beast that can fight on your behalf. So I think that's like an interesting idea that I came up with. And something else that I think is really cool is kind of like, I sort of based this a little bit off of like the Yu-Gi-Oh system. I don't know if you've ever played Yu-Gi-Oh, but like the stronger the monster or the stronger the effect, like the more impact it has, right? On like, so like, let's say like you want to summon this really powerful monster, you have to like sacrifice 4 of your monsters, right, to do that. So I kind of like tried to apply that logic to my power system, where it's like you can use a really broken spell, but then you might die afterwards. So it's like every spell has an equivalent drawback. So it's,
that makes sense.
You have to try to use your brain to try to figure out what is the biggest drawback that you're willing to deal with for the spell that you're trying to use.
So it's like an equivalent exchange, bro. Like you're putting an equivalent exchange on the spells.
Nen power system, y'all better watch out, bro. That's all I gotta say. Y'all better watch the fuck out.
Hey, Nagashi who?
Andy, someone in the chat says, where can they read this?
You can read it on Global Comics. The website is called Global Comics. You can just look up Rune Symbol. Or you can also just go to the link in my bio on TikTok or Instagram, and it'll be there.
There it is.
Go check that out.
Hold
on. I got another question, Mello, real quick.
Go ahead.
Got you.
So, all right. If we're gonna announce Rune Symbol with like a special effect voice on it, Rune Symbol, like how would we say it, bro?
How would we say
That's a good question.
How would we say it?
I feel like go on my IG story.
I feel like we would say it in the voice of like the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood narrator.
Or on the
like
No
Rune Symbol,
IG,
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. All right.
Okay, so my next question is for Rune Symbol. What goes into creating a chapter of Rune Symbol? Like, what is your monthly plan on how to create a chapter of Rune Symbol?
Right. So I'm gonna explain like what the traditional way to do it is, and then the way that I do it is. Right. So the expectation, right, is that you already have an outline for your entire story, which I have. I have an outline for the story. And then each point, like each arc should be split up into like these like main key points. And then those main key points are then further split up into chapters. And after you split those chapters, then you want to go and put in like script that out, like the dialogue, script out every single panel separately. And then once you have that script, then you draw the pages. And then you take the script and you sort of insert it into the speech bubbles. And then you upload it, obviously. The way I do it is I don't do any of that, right? I have an outline and that's it. So when it's time, to write a chapter, I just whip out the page, and it's like I imagine the scene in my head, and I draw it and write it in the way that I imagine it in my head. So, but and it's because the way that my brain works is that I keep coming up with new ideas to like better do things. So if I script everything out, like the next day I will have completely rearranged the scene in my head, and then I'll have to like delete that and type it again, and then delete it and type it again and it's just, I can't do that. So I just sort of just go off of what is in my head at the moment. But I think the drawback to that is like the dialogue can be a little bit wonky, and like the pacing for the scenes can be a little bit weird. But I think it sort of gives it like a very natural flow, in my opinion. It gives it like a much more like it makes it feel much more natural and not as like overly structured. Because I feel like when you're new to like writing, there's this tendency to be like when you're overly strict with your story, it seems a little bit too structured to the point where it doesn't feel like it doesn't flow naturally. It doesn't feel like these are real people who like exist in the verse. It just kind of feels like these are like NPCs with like.
I get what you say.
I never got that feeling.
I'm reading the one chapter, bro. I go to the next chapter, and I'm in a whole other place. I'm like, yo, like, did I miss something? So I definitely get I get it now, bro. Like now it's clicking in my. I'm like, how'd I end up in a bar? Now I'm looking for runes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here, like.
Yeah.
But I get it now, bro. I get it.
Now, okay, now that I know that you basically ad-lib the fuck out of every single chapter, not only one that, you know, just increases my respect for you on, you know, how you create rune symbol. Second of all, my second question is, how do you avoid plot holes with that kind of, you know, structure?
How do I avoid plot? I think that like because I have like an outline and like I know like the rules, like generally speaking, like the rules of the magic system and rules of like, and I have like the timeline in my head. Like, of course, there's going to be like inconsistencies here and there, and like I really don't care about that too much. As long as like the main key elements of the story make sense and flow naturally, I don't really care if they're like. To be honest, I don't really care if there's like a plot hole here and there. That's inevitable. I mean, no matter how well you structure it, I mean, Naruto has a shit ton of plot holes, and they structure the fuck out of it. So like, I feel like that's inevitable, and as long as it doesn't impact like the main story, it really doesn't matter.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Lonely, let me see that bag. Let me see that bag, Lonely.
Do you?
Oh.
I wear this bitch every day, bro.
I like that bag, bro. I ain't mad at it.
I had to reach in there for something.
What the fuck is it called? Plot holes. Do you have do you have this power system that you have in your mind kind of written down, like, you know, the rules that need to go into the power system, or is it just kind of more or less thought about on off the dome, you know what I mean?
I don't have it written down, but like I know the rules. Like the rules are very simple. Like I just explained, it's just a bit greater so these are the general rules. Obviously, the stronger the spell, the stronger the drawback. That's like a rule that's never going to change. Another rule for it is if you like, every person has a set amount of Rua within their body. You can't use any spell that exceeds the amount of Rua that you have in your body, or you die. That's a hard rule. That's like never going to change. And then the only other rule is that like every spell requires an incantation. So like the same way that Naruto, they have hand signs, every spell requires an incantation to use. Those are the only rules.
Right.
Everything else is just kind of like soft sort of like rules that vary depending on the type of spell that you're using.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, perfect. So someone in the chat says, what made you write it and do the art rather than split it up with like a co-creator?
I really think that like no one can really do your vision better than you can. So like,
amen.
And I was watching this. I was watching this on like a YouTube video about the creative process, and it basically said that every creator or every person who is like a creative individual, they have a vision, and then they have their skill. Now, the struggle of every creator is to get your skill to match your vision. Because like if you have like a very specific vision for what you have in mind, you can't like telepathically communicate that to someone else, right? You can't. So like even if like at first you're not able to make with the skills that you have to make it match your vision, as long as you continue like working and practicing, eventually your skill will match your vision, and that's when like you will create your magnum opus, essentially.
Why is this man dropping the hardest bars of 2024 right now, bro? Dead ass, bro. That was a bar. That was a fucking bar. Okay. Perfect. Now, I guess that brings me into my next question. How does creating rune symbol deepen your appreciation for the medium of manga?
Bro, it deepens my appreciation so much. Like, to the point where I go to Barnes and Nobles like multiple times a week just to like look at art, like just to look at just open mangas and just look at the art. Like I have like my entire book. Like I have this Tokyo Ghoul on my desk. I have this Jump Comics. I'm looking at like Shaman King right now on my desk. I'm not reading it. I'm just like observing the art and just like
what
observing
you know about
how, like,
Shaman King, bro? What you know about Shaman King, bro?
Bro, I love the art in
that?
Shaman King. I watched the anime when I was a kid. I gotta watch the new one though. I gotta watch the new one.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
look around you, look beyond.
bro, I forgot the song, bro. I forgot it.
Oh,
The only
we
part
could
I
make an
remember
unbreakable bond.
Is what's like the main part?
World around you is not
But
what
I
it
won't give
seems.
up the fight to be shaman.
Shaman King, to be shaman. What you know? My king, if your spirit is strong.
Bro, I forgot the words, bro.
Hanging, bro. Oh my.
I forgot the words, bro.
Oh my god.
Damn, I think it's time for a rewatch, bro.
That song was fire.
You
that
owe
song
me
was banger, bro. Banger.
You owe me a sing along, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna relearn it. I'm gonna relearn it, and the next time I'm on here, we'll sing it.
Bad.
Hey, someone get the karaoke out, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's a banger, bro. That's a banger.
So,
I'm not seriousness, bro. I'd be like looking at art, and I just like observing like the decisions that artists make and the way that like they do things, and it's like things that like if you're not an artist, like you wouldn't even understand it. Like I was like the other day, like I bought this like Akira volume, and I was like showing my friends, and I was like, bro, I love the way that he does this. Like I love the way that like he does the line work. I love the weights on the lines, and he had like no idea what that meant. And it's like it's so hard to explain these like relatively like inconsequential details to someone who like doesn't do art, or like Tokyo Ghoul. Like I like, you probably won't even be able to see it, but I like how like on the pages, like he has these like random just like lines that don't actually mean anything, but they just add more like
more
intensity
grunge
to the scene. Just like these like random like white lines like all around the page, and it's like these like these things that, like if you're not an artist, you don't even think about it. Great. And it's just like just looking the way that all these different artists have just make all these different decisions, and I'm like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna take that. I like this. I'm gonna take this. So definitely has like changed the way that I look at art to the point where it's like a little bit obsessive.
I like that because I took a multimedia class in high school one time, and one of the things that we focused on is this. It was this video, and it's called "Everything Is a Remix." It's basically saying that nothing is original, and that everything comes from some cultivation of like many different inspirations that came before it. You know what I mean? That everyone takes inspiration from everybody, and you know that's how great things can be made, because they take some of the best things from other things and bring them into one thing. And I think that's, you know, what you're doing with Rune Symbol, because obviously I like the series.
Rune Symbol.
But I also think something that's let me just say something real quick. But I also think something that's really like interesting that I've been trying to like do more is that I've noticed that like you said, nothing is original, everything takes from something else. But like something that makes certain like works like stand out is that like, as opposed to just taking from other works, right? They have, like I said, their vision, like their like soul, like the message they're trying to communicate, and they like intentionally find certain aspects of other writers and other artists who did that thing, and like take bits and pieces and like match it and like build something new, kind of like Legos, right? You take different pieces of Legos and put it together to create something that reflects what you have in here, as opposed to just randomly putting different pieces of Legos together because they look cool.
Facts. Someone in the chat said, "When is Rune Symbol getting an anime, bro?"
I'm gonna be honest.
Might be soon, bro.
Hey, man. I mean, shit. Someone made a fucking opening theme song, so like, I don't know. Someone might just fuck around and animate it. So I couldn't even tell you. If you asked me,
what's the opening theme song, bro?
Bro. I'm gonna send it to you afterwards. Someone on TikTok.
Play that shit right now, bro. Bro, let
me find it. Someone on TikTok
play that shit right
made
now.
a song in Japanese with the instrumental
It's
and
gas.
put it on TikTok and
I
tagged
heard
me.
it.
And it was like
Yeah.
some
You didn't see that.
dude with like 10 followers. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, how did you even make this? Like, what?
Hey,
So,
that's hella cool though.
I ain't gonna lie,
So,
bro.
like,
That
if
would have
you
blew
asked
my
me when I'd
mind,
be
bro.
getting an anime, like, I would have said never, but then again, I also would have said I would never get an opening, and here I am with a fucking opening. So
Nice.
shit.
Hey man, all I'm
I mean-
saying is that whoever animates the first chapter of Rune Symbol and a YouTube short version, yo, y'all are blowing the fuck up, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, like I said, anybody who animates anything about Rune Symbol, you can take any liberties you want, and it's automatically canon. Put that out there. So whatever you animate is automatic. Like, if you put yourself in the series and make yourself the fucking strongest character in the verse, it's canon.
Yeah, I think you're giving people too much power.
So I
People
see that you got like a main baddie group, right, bro? Like a main bad guys type.
Yeah,
Group.
yeah. But I think one mistake I did make, and sorry to cut you
Right.
off, I introduced way too many characters in the beginning. Way too many characters.
Mhm.
So like now it's a real struggle to make every single character that I introduced have their like be interesting, have their own
Right.
plot line, have their own backstory, and play an important role. Like if I could do it again, I would not introduce more than like 3 or 4 relevant characters in the first like arc.
Bro, I was reading it, bro. I'm like, yo, you're only one guy. I'm like, I see like, I don't know if it was like seven of them, and like
Right.
wherever they were, it was like a bunch of them. They all cool ass designs, by the way. I want to ask
Thank you.
something about that. And I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, like my guy is going crazy. Like he's really. I'm like, each of these characters have their own abilities and their own backstory, and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, like that's real ambitious just for one guy, bro.
I fuck with my favorite characters. Aside from Asuke, definitely Blackmore. The head guy.
yeah.
What's his name? His
Reckon?
first name?
Draken Blackmore.
Yep. That's my favorite character.
I haven't read much. I read the prologue and the first chapter, and then it was time to get on the pod.
Fair enough.
I'm a
Yeah,
little
check it out
late.
whenever you got time.
Yeah,
Also,
I definitely will.
check out the one shot I did. It's like on my same like profile on Global Comics. Just click my profile, and then there's like a separate one shot that I did. I think that's like, in terms of writing, that's probably my best work so far. So I do want people to check that out.
Copy.
Okay.
Yo, I like
have
how
a
you
question
put that.
for you.
Oh, go ahead, bro. Go
Okay.
ahead. My bad.
As a writer, because I also write, how can you convince yourself to just sit down and write? Because I have trouble just sitting down and just focusing on writing. Even though I have the ideas in my head and I want to write them down, I start writing and I don't know, I just get distracted. Because I've been working on this story for a little over a year now, and I'm only 4 chapters deep.
I think 2 things. One is that like, I think writing a series is almost like working out, right? Like, yeah, like I like going to the gym, I guess, but I don't like being on the treadmill every single day. I don't like lifting heavy weights every day, right? So it's like you like writing, but it's like, but the act of writing is not necessarily enjoyable. So I think it's like to making that like mental acknowledgement that, yeah, this is not going to be a fun experience all the time, and it's okay to experience discomfort. And I think like people just need to like, because I feel like there's this like almost like assumption that like everybody who is like a writer or an artist, like they enjoy like actively doing the process all the time. And like it's like, if I'm not having fun, then I'm just gonna stop. Like it's gonna suck sometimes, but you just have to do it in the same way that like sometimes you don't feel like going to the gym, but you're still gonna do it because you have to do it because you have a goal. And I think just like mentally just recognizing that, just accepting that it's not gonna be fun all the time, but you still have to do it, helps. That's the first thing. And I think the second thing is like, I saw someone on YouTube. He's a comic book writer and artist, Trent Kanyuga. I love his videos. He said that what he does is that he sets goals for himself every single day. And like, for example, like he'll set like a goal, like he'll write and draw 4 pages every single day. And that sounds like bizarre, but like he'll set a certain amount of time. Within like this amount of hours, I have to do this amount of work. And he'll realize that like, instead of like micro focusing on making every single panel and every single page perfect, his goal is to just get 4 pages done. And then after he's done the whole project, then he can go back and be like, okay, well, this panel looks bad. I'm going to draw this again. This page looks wonky. I'm going to fix it up. I think progress is better than like focusing in on like this like one, making sure like this one paragraph is perfect. You know, because it's never going to be perfect. Like no
Don't
matter
be a
what, you're always going to
perfectionist.
see things. Right, you're always going to see things that you don't like, but it's better to just finish everything and have a work and be like, okay, I finished this book. Now let me go and see, let me go touch it up. You know what I mean? So I think like
Right.
the obsession with perfection holds people back as well.
I agree. I definitely agree. Now, you know, in your old age, you know, being an unk and all,
Yeah.
where do you see and or do you have a grand goal or vision with Rune Symbol series?
Do I have a grand goal? No. My goal has always been for people to read it and like it. That's it. Like if I get a animated series, awesome. If I become the new Toriyama, awesome. If I don't and I have one person who read it and liked it, I'm okay with that as well. So honestly, no, I don't.
Facts.
I like that. I like that, bro.
And to section that into another question, do you have any plans for any other works in the future?
I think like I said, every work, yes, definitely yes. But I think every work that I do is going to be within the Rune Symbol verse because I think that the verse is so big that I can just like kind of situate every single story within that. It's kind of like the Yu-Gi-Oh series, where it's like you have multiple different series, but they're all within the same universe.
I'm telling you, bro. This guy,
makes sense.
he's the boy, bro. I'm telling you, he's
Yeah.
cooking, bro.
So-
He's cooking.
So Andy, let me ask you something, bro. Cause you know we knew you was gonna come on the pod, bro. So you know how to check out
Right.
Rune Symbol, bro. And I sent an artwork to the chat, and I was like, "Yo, this is fire." I'm like, "This is hard, bro." So I just wanted to ask you, like, do you take any inspiration from any other mediums, bro? Because you have a unique art style. I just want to know if you're taking inspiration from any other creators, mediums.
Yeah, so my original inspirations were definitely mostly like shonen anime.
Bros, I was
But-
popping, G.
Lately I've been really looking into a lot of like Western comics as well, and also just like the aesthetic of like certain like movies. So like
Right.
I forgot the artist's name, but it's one of the guys who started Image Comics. I can't remember his name. It's not Todd McFarlane. It's the other guy. He does a comic book. He did a comic book in the 90s called Young Blood, and something about
Mhm.
like the way that the pages are and the characters are just so like intense. Like they're like almost like bursting out of the pages. Like I saw that and I was like, I want to incorporate that more in my artwork. So if you look at like
Right.
my one shot, for example, I have like a lot of pages where it's like like all of the characters and the fight scenes are just like outside of the panel. Like I want to capture that intensity. Or like when I look at Tokyo Ghoul, the way that like he just has like random like lines and scribbles like on the page just to like
Right.
make it more intense. I take that and I try to incorporate it. So it's like anytime I see something in any medium that I like, or even like the facial expressions in like a lot of like Western like cartoons, I incorporated that in my one shot. So it's like I wouldn't say that I have an art style. I would say that I have like more of like a what's the word? Like an art toolbox, where I have like all these different
art
inspirations.
PO box?
Toolbox, yeah. I have all these different inspirations and all these different like ideas inside the toolbox, and I just kind of like pull it
Oh,
out.
toolbox.
when it's
Oh, okay.
necessary. Yeah. Toolbox.
Okay. I like that. 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 Yo,
Um,
also, since we're on the art, bro. I see you put in your creators notes. You were like, guys, don't mind the art. I was still learning. And I'm like, I was just laughing at that. I was like, yo, this dude is hilarious, bro. But because you were hating on yourself, but I'm reading the comments, people are like, yo, bro, the art is fire, bro. What do you have to say about creators that think too much about try to nitpick every detail? Like, what do you have to say about that, bro?
I think I was definitely that person for the longest time, especially like the more that you progress as a writer and an artist, the more you hate your previous work because it's
Right.
like my new chapters look so good, but then my previous chapters there's so many like errors and there's so many mistakes. But I think I've come to the realization that people like what they like. Like no matter how good you get, some people are still not going to like it, and no matter how bad your work was before, some people are going to like it regardless. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, no matter how good I get, there are some people who are never going to like Green Symbol, and that's fine. That's you. That's your opinion. That's what you like, right?
Right.
And no matter how shitty the drawings are, some people are just going to always love it. So like, I've just come to that to just accept that. Like,
It's
you know, like you can have like, right, you can have the most, you can have like the most like popular, most well-known series like Dragon Ball. Some people hate Dragon Ball. Like, no matter how successful it becomes, some people are just never going to like it. That's fine. So that's kind of the mindset I'm in right now. Like, right, like no matter how good I get, there's always going to be someone that doesn't like it, and there's always going to be someone that does like it. So there's nothing you can do about it.
Bro, Andy, tell him about the OG chapter 1. Tell him about the OG about.
Bro, I have.
You have it on
2
hand?
different versions, and soon to be 3. This
he has it on hand. He has it on hand.
That's
the original version.
That's hard, bro.
And
he has the OG version.
Bro. You got it on a book. That's fine.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know that was on a book, bro. Nice, bro.
The art was just really like lackluster. You know what I mean? Like it was still readable, but it was just a hell of a lot of mistakes. I think like the page that I always look at and laugh is how atrocious the perspective and the anatomy on this page is. Right. And then like I compare it to this version, the new version. It's so much better. And I've been like I was telling Mello before we started, like I've been trying to like upload a 3rd version where I have even more updates. So I've colored a lot more of the pages. I fixed up some of like the panels, and I added my one-shot in there, so it's like an extra like 60 pages in there. So this one is 150, but the new one that I'm gonna hopefully release by the end of this week is gonna be like 210. And then I also
Yo, bro, you got color pages in them new ones too?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But this one, right, the one Mello got, that one's only got like 2 or 3 colored pages. But I feel like, but the ones that are in color look pretty good. Right?
Link in the bio, bro. Go check it out.
Bro, I'm reading it on the thing, bro. I'm like, yo, like it transitioned from black and white, right?
Yeah.
And then it went to color. I'm like, yo. I like how you just threw the color pages and trying to flex, bro. I'm like, I see what you're doing, bro. I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah, man. But the new one that's coming out by the end of this week, I think that's like the final version. I'm probably not gonna change volume 1 again after that. That one has like a whole chapter in color. So I think that one's gonna be really cool.
Three remakes is crazy, bro.
Bro, but volume 2 is also like almost done. It was supposed to come out, but I was like, you know what? Let me add. I'm already at like 160 pages, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until I'm at like 200, then I'll release that one. So I feel like by January, at the latest, volume 2 should be.
Rune Symbol. Everybody check that out, y'all. ND mangaka. Check out that boy Rune Symbol, man. Check it out, man. He got it on. What hardcover, soft cover? What is that, bro? Where can they buy those books?
Glossy hardcover. Glossy soft cover. I mean.
Where can they buy those, bro? Shout your thing out.
It's on Amazon. So if you just go on Amazon and you look up Rune Symbol manga, you look them up.
Frozo's in the chat right now. He said, "I'm remaking chapter 1 every time his art improves."
Bro, the TikTok comments be getting in my head, bro.
Unk's getting wiser and wiser, bro, and so does his art, bro.
Hey, bro, do you like the Unk comments, bro?
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I did not like it at all. But I'm at the point where like I've just accepted it. That's just my identity. So you can't fight it. You just gotta accept it.
Oh, I'm dead, bro. I'm dead.
And what's funny is that like it started because like it was like one person in one comment section said Unk, and I replied to it and started like yelling at the dude like, "Don't ever fucking call me Unk again," and all this shit. And then after that, everyone just started saying it. So I was like, okay.
That's a lesson, bro. You can't let people know what bothers you, bro. Because once they know what bothers you, they're gonna run with it. Yeah.
That's his
So you was
entire comment
blacking on that
section, bro.
dude? You was blacking on. What did you say to him, bro?
Bro, I was just like, yo, I'm not Unk just because I have a beard doesn't make me Unk. Don't be mad that I can grow a beard and you can't. All that shit. and then I would just start saying it. I'm like, okay, fuck it. Like, you know what? I'm just
Damn, bro.
I can't practice anymore.
Internet.
Okay,
You can't beat the internet.
Let me ask one more question of you, Indy, as a writer. Cool. Okay, so I can't draw at all. Can't even draw stick figures. Would it be better for me to hire an artist or just bite the bullet and try to draw it myself, even though I can't draw? Because I do want to get it eventually off of the paper onto the internet and into books, just like you.
I think that you should definitely draw it yourself. And the reason why I say that is two reasons. One, like I said, like no one can do your vision better than you. Second of all, I think that as you learn, you can like cultivate your own art style based off of the inspirations of what you want your art to look like. But if you hire an artist, right, you can't, their style is their style and you just have to accept it, right? You know what I mean? So like, I think that like, an art is like, it's not that hard to learn, right? Because it's like, I feel like the reason why a lot of people don't struggle to improve in their art is that like, they just don't have the right resources. Like they don't know how to study art. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they just draw and then just like over time, over the course of years, but like, there is like, if you have the right resources, you can learn really quickly and improve very fast. So I say definitely try to do the art yourself. And then I also feel like art is really just not that important. Like it's good, but it's like, think of a story like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The entire book is stick figures, so people still love it, right? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have like, you don't have to be Yusuke Murata to be like, to make a comic book and have people like it. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Yusuke Murata, man. He be cooking.
Mm-hmm. Real one, bro.
Yeah.
A real one.
To be honest, I might do stick figures.
Bro,
I mean, hey.
Frodo said too is that if you hire an artist, it's probably going to be like 100, 150 bucks per page minimum. Because he said he looked. Yeah, he looked it up before.
Per page.
Like, I'm telling you,
that's a lot of money.
I'm telling you, as an artist, like especially the good ones, like if you even like, and I'm not trying to be rude because I'm also not a great like the best artist in the world, but like if you want to hire like even like an NPC level artist, they're gonna charge like $150 a page. The good ones, like the professional quality ones, they're charging like $300 a page. So like, if you're breaded like that, I guess, but I'm an artist and I wouldn't even do it. So.
Mm-hmm. That'll segue into our next question. What is some advice that you can give like to improve your art very, very rapidly?
I say the best way I think for when it comes to manga, I think that the thing that you need to focus on is how to draw a person in perspective. And I think that like breaking down the human, like the body into like simple shapes, like circles and cubes, and trying to learn how to draw that into perspective. I think Figure Drawing and Gesture by Michael Hamden is a really good book to use. And it's like 90% pictures, so you don't even have to read. It's just like using your eyes. That just going through that book once, like skyrocketed my art like by like an insane amount. So I think that like focusing, because when it comes to manga, like most manga don't even draw backgrounds. So if you can draw a face well and like a torso in perspective, that's like 90% of manga, right? And then like even for like backgrounds, like worst case scenario, you just take a picture and turn it in black and like put it in grayscale, and there you go. There's your background. So like, I say like, I'm not even joking. That's what Tokyo Ghoul does. Like the entire like all of the backgrounds in this book are literally just pictures in grayscale. So if you can learn to draw a person in perspective, that's like 90% of the battle.
That's facts, bro. That is facts. Okay, so if you had to compare your writing style and or art style to any artist out there or mangaka out there, which one would it be?
I have to compare it. I mean, yikes. I don't really like the word compare. Because I'm not trying to be like another artist. I'm just trying to be like myself. But I would say what my work would look similar to is if you see the early artwork of Hiro Mashima. So like if you've seen Rave Master, the manga, if you look at like chapter 1 of Rave Master and you look at my art style, I think you can definitely see somewhat of a similarity there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Hiro Mashima. Mello hates him.
Really?
Mello hates him. That's who makes Fairy Tail, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense. That makes sense. I going back to like the art style thing. I do honestly like that take that you said that it's like your own and that you try to make it your own, because there was a quote that came out the other day from Oda basically saying that he got shit on so hard for the One Piece art style because everyone was like kind of, you know, it looked goofy, you know what I mean? Until he built it into the story it is today, and now it's that art style is recognizable like throughout like past just manga and anime. Like you can probably show that to anyone and they probably say like, yo, that looks like One Piece, or you know what I mean? You can tell
Right.
what that art style is from. And it's I think it's better to do that, to, you know, create your own rather than, you know, trying to copy someone else, because then it's like, oh well, I think this might be drawn by Oda, or this might be drawn by Toriyama, whether as opposed to if it was your own art style, you could say, you know, that's ND's art style, that's Mello's art style, you know what I mean? It kind of gives you like an
Right.
identity, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I think there's like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's like a certain like art style, like in manga and like webcomics, that's like a very like NPC art style. Like I'm really not trying to, I promise I'm not trying to shit on like any other artists, but it's like, it's just so like, they're so standard. Like there's nothing like interesting about it. There's nothing unique about it. And then it's like when you compare it to like Oda's art style or Araki's art style, like it's so drastic how like there's so much more character in these art styles, and it's like it's safer and easier to try to like go with like this like generic style, but like trying to create a art style that is like unique to you, the artist, and unique to your story is much harder, and it's going to be a lot harder for people to appreciate. But I think in the long term, it's a lot more worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Shout out Dragon Ball Z, man. Shout out Dragon Ball.
I would also argue that the story is a lot more important than the art style to captivate an audience.
What someone say, and I completely agree. They said a nice art style is like a pretty face. Like it'll attract you, but if there's no substance, like it's not going to keep you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's one thing you hate about being a mangaka, and one thing you love about being a mangaka?
I think one thing I love is I just love the process of like drawing and just like creating my story, and then afterwards just like looking at it and being like, damn, I really did that type shit. Just like, you know, just like holding like a book in your hand and just being like, damn, like this is really me, like I really did this shit, like, you know what I mean? But the downside is I hate the fact that like I have to promote it. You know what I mean? And it's like the fact that I have to go on social media and just like make all these posts trying to like talk about it and promote it and like beg people to read it. I don't know. And it's like, and all these people have shit to say, and it's like you just have to deal with it. And it's like part of being like a creative is that people are gonna like hate on your shit and talk shit about your work, because that's just part of the process. Like every like person, whether it's music or like art or writing, there are always been people who hate it, and it's just like having to just like accept that people hate someone out there looked at your shit and hates it, and you just have to cope with that. I don't know. I hate that.
There's a saying out there: if you got haters, bro, you're doing something right.
So,
Sheesh. Talk that talk, bro. Shout out Rune Symbol, y'all.
I got two.
What's the one shot? What's the one
go
shot called again, brother?
the one shot is called A Fox in Sheep's Clothing.
A Fox in Sheep's Clothing. Check that out too, guys. A Fox in Sheep's Clothing. You good, man?
Two more questions, and then we'll have Sam and Swizz ask you questions if they have any. Second to last question for me: do you consider Rune Symbol do you consider Rune Symbol a success right now? And if not, at what point will it be a success?
Do I consider it a success right now? Yes. And the reason why I consider it a success is because, like I said, my goal has only ever to be that for people to read it and like it. And the fact that you read it and you like it means that it's a success.
What are the numbers at Global Comics, bro?
I think it's almost at 400,000 on Global Comics.
Like that number, bro. Flex that. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now. I was actually reading chapter 10 for the stream right now. I didn't get to finish it.
And what's crazy is that like I have to like this is like the re-upload. I have to like delete it and upload it again. The re-upload.
I don't know if you can see that. 398K. 398K views. Man's doing
That's
it,
a
bro.
flex.
Man's doing
That's a
it.
flex.
And last question for me. Do you have any tips and or advice for small mangaka / comic writers?
Yes. My advice is just start the work. I don't care that you have an idea. I don't care that you're trying to make it write the most perfect story ever. I don't care that, you know, your art is not good enough. I don't care that you don't have any experience writing. Just start the story. As you progress, you're going to learn and it's going to improve. But if you're always waiting to get to that perfect point, you're never going to get to that point. And I don't care that you have an idea. You're not a mangaka because you have an idea. You're a mangaka because you made shit. So even if it's the worst shit to ever exist, you are still a mangaka.
Get some fucking bars.
Jump off that cliff. Jump off that cliff. You're gonna get farther. You're gonna get further faster.
Mm-hmm. Swizz, Sam,
Kobe
you got
said
any
lose fast.
final questions for ND before we hop over to the fun shit?
All my questions are selfish. I have selfish questions. My next question is my writing style, because I don't really have an outline. I have the beginning, I have the end, I know how I want it to end, and I have nothing in between. I literally write the moments as they happen in real time in the story. I don't have like an outline. Things just kind of happen and they just kind of move forward. But I do have a goal set. So do you think it'd be better for me to stop writing right now and kind of like outline the whole story? Or is it possible for me to continue the way I'm going and still finish my story?
I think it's possible, but it's not recommended. And the reason why I say it's not recommended is because if you just go on and on and on, like your story, it's not really going to have much direction, especially if you continue to like change your mind and change ideas. It's like by the time you get to the end, it will have like meandered so much that like maybe the theme that you were trying to communicate in the beginning is going to be so lost because you have like it's just been, you know, changed so much throughout the course of writing. I think it's better to have like an outline, maybe like centered around the main character. What's the main character's goal? Why is this their goal? And what are the main steps that it takes for them to reach their goal? It doesn't even have to be anything detailed. It can just be like a 5-sentence outline. Like it starts here, then they go here. This character dies. He has a realization. He changes his mindset, and they get to the goal. Right? Something simple like that. And then you can like build off of that. But if you have absolutely no idea what happens in the middle, and it's just this guy's parents dies, at the end he kills bad guy. Like they're like what's the question? Like I guess the question becomes, outside of just like cool things happening, what's the point of the story? The main character is supposed to sort of like their arc is supposed to be like the representation of a theme, whether it's like, you know, take like Thorfinn, for example. Like, you know, in the beginning his parents die, his like dad dies. He starts off on a path of revenge. He fails because Askeladd, spoilers, he fails because Askeladd dies. That causes him to change his mindset. And then we go towards the conclusion of the story, right? Like very, very, very simple, but like important points because we're trying to communicate a message. But like if we have nothing in the middle, we have no idea what's going on, there's just cool things happening with no substance. If that makes sense.
Trials and tribulations, bro.
Yeah, I try to set up the events as if they were leading to the goal, but I never plan out the events. The events don't have a plan. Things just kind of happen. And the main character is always moving towards the goal, but there's no plan. At least in my head. She has a plan. I don't know what her plan is.
But your main character is a girl, brother?
Yeah, her name's Beretta.
That's all. That's all. I love girls.
I like that name,
bro.
I think maybe even if you don't know what happens in terms of like the events, at least have like clearly defined character transitions. Like, how does your character change throughout the course of the story? Even if you don't know like what exactly is the instrument of that change, like throughout the course of the story, how does your character go from like point A to point B? Like, what is the point of this goal? Like, how is this character transformed? At least like maybe they start off as a selfish character, and then at the end they are a selfless character, and then maybe something happens that leads them to be that selfless character. Now we don't know what exactly that is. We'll figure that out later, but at least we know how exactly my character changes and what are like these like visible transitions that occur.
It's funny because that's the exact journey that she goes on. She doesn't really care about anything or anyone except accomplishing her goal. She's willing to step on anybody to get it done.
And that's very similar to like my main character and many other characters within my series. Like I think a theme that I'm trying to play with is like, how far are you willing to go at the expense of others to achieve a goal? I think that's like one of, like the key theme I'm trying to play with. So like I have like these clearly defined transitions of like, you know, the character starts off not so sure and he becomes a very selfish character, and then because of his selfishness something really bad happens that forces him to change his mindset, and by the end he becomes a selfless character, right? So it's like, even if I don't know what exactly causes those transitions, at least I know these are the key points that I have to hit throughout the story.
Right.
I appreciate that.
Facts.
Got you.
So anybody have any more questions?
I'm good. Good on the questions. Hop on some fucking there's some couple of topics I want to go over today. Okay, so apparently we're getting some new live actions here. Apparently they just announced Demon Slayer live action, and you know that, you know, apparently there's a Jujutsu Kaisen live action coming soon. Obviously we have the One Piece live action. My question is, why the fuck are we doing all these live actions? Did we not learn from the Dragon Ball live action that no one really gives a fuck about live actions? Outside of maybe One Piece, and even then people would rather watch the anime or read the manga?
That's what I think it is, to be honest. I think animation studios saw what One Piece did with OPLA season 1 and how good it did, and everybody's like, okay, like, we have to be the second one. Somebody has to be the second one to get it right, because before that, we've had live actions before the One Piece one, and they all flopped. Let's just forget about Dragon Ball Evolution, the movie.
All of them.
But now people are trying to be the second one in line. I want to be the very next one to get it right. They see it's possible. It's just like how Roger made it to Laugh Tale. Now that people know it's possible, everybody wants to do it. Mm-hmm. Got to get there next. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think it is, personally.
I think my thought is, I think this is like, as anime and manga becomes more popular in the West, I feel like live actions they're trying to like force non-anime fans into being invested into anime through live actions, because it's like, well, superhero live actions do well, so if we can do anime live actions, we can like get people to be interested in anime in the same way that superhero live actions got more people invested into comics, right, for the money. But the problem is that like anime is so like wacky and nonsensical that like it's meant to be anime, right? Because I feel like manga is like essentially a storyboard for animation. Like mangaka like to improve their work, they like look at screenwriting and film, because it's basically just like film in like frames is what manga is. So trying to like force that into like live action, especially with how wacky and nonsensical anime can be, like I just don't see how it can ever be successful. I think the One Piece live action did decent because One Piece is such a massive fan base. So of course it's gonna do. Of course, it's like if you have a decent live action and a massive fan base, it's gonna do well. But then trying to like take a franchise that isn't as big as One Piece with fans that don't even want a live action because you're trying to appeal to people who don't even like anime, it doesn't make any sense to me.
To build on that, just briefly, I think they do the live actions because there's such a stigma on animation in the West still. When and it usually goes in the direction of, oh, it's animated, it's got to be for children, or it's got to be childish, or like, you know, it can't be more mature themes, when that's really not the case. Actually, probably the opposite of the case, because I've seen Berserk, I've seen Attack on Titan. These shows are not for children, guys. And
Right.
you know, and this is why they do these live actions. You're like, oh yeah, you know, I saw that Superman movie, you know, last year, and it was pretty good. It was live action. Maybe I'll go watch this Dragon Ball movie. And then, you know, people watch it and they're like, what the fuck was this shit, bro? Like, even if you're not an anime fan or you've never watched Dragon Ball, you could still probably go into that movie and you're like, wow, like, this was horribly made, bro. Like, I don't understand where they get that logic from, bro.
And I think kind of building off of that, like, the difference between, in my opinion, Western comics and like anime as well, is that like Western comics, like, as like fantastical as it is still very grounded. Like, the characters still are supposed to represent like real people, right? Have real human proportions. They look like real people. They live on Earth, like on a real Earth. Like, but like when you have anime, like the whole point of it is to like stretch what it could be possible. Like, the characters in a lot of these series don't, like, look at Dragon Ball, for example. Like, the whole point is that these characters are so unreasonably and superhumanly muscular that like no human in real life could ever actually look like that. The hair is so crazy and wacky because it's like appealing to an extreme. So trying to like trying to make a live action of something that inherently is so supernatural, I just don't see how that could work.
Mm-hmm.
I think certain animes, like, for example, like a Death Note could work. For example, I think there's certain animes that could work, bro.
The grounded
depending
ones,
depending on what the source material is, there's certain animes that could definitely have a fire live action.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
I feel like those ones.
Go ahead.
I feel like those ones though wouldn't be the ones that people really care to see live action. You know what I mean? Like, no, like I feel like a lot of like when it comes to live action, the ones that they're trying to adapt is the ones that would be similar to like the superhero ones. So it'd be like mostly like the shonen and seinen ones. Like, no one is trying to see like, I don't know, I fell in love with my teacher live action.
What's the one on your fucking TikTok?
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. They have hits coming out. Go ahead, Mello. I'm gonna tell you after, bro. Go ahead.
I always like to say that, in my opinion, I think animated content is far better than live action content, just for the single fact that you can, you know, anything is possible in animation because all it requires is just an imagination. When you're trying to put a live action show into like fruition and like create something, you have to think about the budget cost, the casting cost, you know, all these CGI cost, and everything's limited by money. When in animation, sure, there is a money aspect. You have to pay for the animators and stuff like that and the directors, but it's far less than what you would do for like a live action. Just look at all the Studio Ghibli movies. None of them are even touching like maybe 10 mil. And then you look at a MCU movie that's like 250 mil on the low end. You know what I mean? So it's like,
right,
they're not the same.
All right.
I really like when they take a live action thing. Oh, sorry, Swizz.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I really like when they take something that's been live action and they move it into animation. Like how they did that. They did that Lara Croft Tomb Raider anime. It did really well. It's getting a season 2. We got a Splinter Cell anime coming out. I seen the trailer. It was really good.
That Terminator one was fire.
Terminator was fire.
Good, bro. So good. Go watch the Terminator anime if you haven't seen it, bro. It's fire. We're
getting a John Wick prequel anime. The anime is a prequel to the first movie to show you how he got the name, the Boogeyman. I'm excited for that. These projects, I feel like we need more of that and less of the other way around. More live action to anime, less anime to live action.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right. So look, I got a list of live actions here. I want you guys to. I'm gonna name their production studio and the name. I want you to tell me if you think they have potential. It's a hit or a miss. Potential or miss. All right. All right. Here we go. Jujutsu Kaisen by Marvel.
By Marvel?
It could work. It could work. It could work. I think the casting will probably be like the biggest like thing.
I was just about to say that.
Mhm.
That's so true.
Marvel
The
got that
casting is
budget,
make or
baby.
break.
Marvel got that
got
budget, man.
They got that Disney money right behind
They got that. They got that stupid money, son.
But I'm
Okay.
thinking about like
Demon-
Endgame and Infinity War, and I'm like, it could definitely work.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
They got that stupid money. They got that funny money, bro. They got that dummy money. Okay. Demon Slayer by Netflix.
I like Netflix, but I don't like this idea.
Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
What you think, bro? Give me hit
only
hit or miss, bro. You gotta pick one, bro.
This is gonna be.
I'll say hit. I'll say hit only if they follow the manga religiously, bro.
Yeah, I'll say hit because I'm thinking about like, because it can't be that hard. I mean, like I feel like it can't be that hard. I feel like
It's
Demon Slayer
it's
is
a pretty
not,
grounded story.
right. So I feel like as long as they can get like the CGI correct or like the breathing forms, I think that it can definitely be a hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lonely.
I can't do it, bro. I think it's gonna be a miss. I don't think Netflix has enough money to make those effects look as good as I want them to look. I feel like it's gonna look so good until they start breathing, and I'm gonna be able to tell it's CGI, and it's gonna look a little cheesy to me.
Wait,
That's just the feeling I get.
Ain't Netflix cook up with that Avatar though?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
They super cooked up with Avatar, bro.
The Last Airbender, the recent one,
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
bro.
new one.
They cooked up. Okay.
The demon will
My
probably look
Hero.
hella weird.
You said what?
The demons will probably look hella weird. Like all the upper moons, I probably look weird as shit. In
Maybe,
CGI.
maybe. Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
My Hero by Star Wars writer.
George Lucas?
more Disney money. I'm with that.
No,
It's not
I
George
know.
Lucas, but it's a legendary Obi-Wan Kenobi writer. I think I don't know about that.
No,
one.
I feel like they're gonna start trying to take all these liberties and do all this like bullshit instead of no.
I'm down
Disney-
with any project that got Disney
Boo.
behind it.
Disney Star Wars, boo! Disney Star Wars, boo!
I like Disney.
No,
I like Disney.
no.
Okay,
If it's-
okay.
If it's directed by George Lucas,
Go ahead,
maybe.
go ahead.
Not
Okay,
not
okay.
Disney. No, fuck that.
All right. One Punch Man by the Fast and Furious director, plus Rick and Morty scriptwriter.
Beginning of One Punch Man is possible. I think hit for beginning, but once we start getting to like Cosmic Goro type shit and like God and shit, then no.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Season one.
Bro, it's
yeah,
the Fast
sure.
and
That'd be it.
Furious writer, bro. It's the Fast and Furious director, bro. It's gonna be hella wacky, bro.
They would have to change.
They don't
a
care
lot
if
of
Fast
shit.
and Furious.
They would have to change
I
a lot
feel
of
like-
shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, the beginning, yes, but as it gets crazier, and no.
Isn't One Punch Man getting a live action movie? Wasn't that announced too?
I'm reading it from
possibly.
the announcements, bro.
Oh, that's the actual studio. That's good. Wait.
Yeah, bro.
Wait, I thought you was like, what if? I didn't know these were the real studios doing these. Oh my god.
No cap in my rap, brother. Next, we
Oh
got
my
Bleach by
God.
Warner Brothers, bro. Bleach by Warner Brothers.
No, not at all.
Miss. Hell, miss. No.
100% miss.
And I love Bleach. No.
Please don't let Disney do it. Please don't let Disney do it, because Disney is the reason why I can't watch Bleach right now. It's only on Hulu, and I don't like to use sites.
Dang. All right, we got Hellsing with John Wick
Yeah, I think that could work. I think that could definitely.
as the main character. As
As the main character, never mind.
That's hard.
I feel like John Wick is too iconic. Keanu Reeves is too iconic.
I mean, Keanu Reeves, bro. I feel like he could do it though.
No, he will definitely do a good job. I think it's like I'll have a hard time suspending my disbelief because he's too iconic.
Yeah, it'd have to be somebody I
It's
don't know.
not like when they cast The Rock for shit. It's like, yeah, he's a good actor, but it's The Rock. Like, I know who you are, bro. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
I only see
Keanu
The
Reeves
Rock.
be bodying everything, mate. He's in the Matrix. Fucking John Wick now. Like, I think he
He
could
was,
do
in,
it.
he was in SpongeBob.
Yeah, bro. All right. Have you guys seen Your Name?
No.
Nah.
You guys are, I hate you guys.
I know you do.
I got brain rot.
Watch
My bad.
These shows. Watch these movies, guys.
I don't remember you asking me to watch Your Name.
I've been saying I'm a Black Clover Glazer. That's all I watch, bro. That's all I watch. It's on repeat.
Right. That's it for me. That's it for me then live action. This was live action on a no filler pod. This was hit or miss on a no filler pod.
Mello, take that shirt off.
Nah, I have
Wait,
to.
did you get that from did you get that from Unhinged Anime?
Unhinged, yep. I did.
Hey, shout out Unhinged Anime.
He was in the chat. He was in the chat earlier. I think he dipped out though.
Mid-Ruto.
Bro, okay, so one thing I do want to talk about is I haven't watched any Blue Lock, but I have been seeing a lot of people talk about Blue Lock and their, or second season animation, and that they were saving this budget for this U20 arc when the U20 arc trailer came out the other day, and it looks just as bad as the beginning of the season. So were they actually saving?
That sounds like a whole lot. Sounds like a whole lot of copium.
Oh my god, bro! Like they can't show everything.
It sounds like when Vortex fans are saying wait till the code arc type shit. Like
fact.
That's a whole lot of copium, bro.
Wait, what you said, Andy?
I said them saying that they're saving the money for like the tournament arc is on the same level of copium as Boruto fans saying wait until the code arc and everybody's gonna switch up on Boruto.
Super, yeah, no.
Bro, they can't.
My thing is though, my thing about this is, bro, is freaking Blue Lock is one of the most popular manga, like point blank. The least they could do is make a good anime adaptation for it.
No, but here's the thing though. What people don't seem to understand, and this is something that I found out relatively recently, budget is not the issue. The issue is incompetent directors. Because like you have animators across all different parts of the world working on these different scenes. So you need somebody who can organize all of these animators to get all of their work done early, hand it in, have it all reviewed, make sure that everything is done perfectly, have them redo certain scenes that need to be redone, and then have it passed on. Because like the next people who like do like, because animation is very segmented, right? Everybody does a certain part. It's like almost like an assembly line. So like the next guy can't do their work until this guy's work is done, and this guy can't do their work until this guy's work is done. Right. So you need a director to be able to like manage all of these different moving parts and make sure that everyone is getting their work done on time, reviewed on time, up to par on time with reasonable working conditions, so they can all get it done and have the finished product, a solid finished product done. The problem is when you have an incompetent director who can't do their job well, who can't synchronize between all of these different moving parts, you end up with a shitty final product because the people on this end don't have enough time to get their work done before the release date. The people on this end are doing shitty work because they have nobody who's overseeing them. And like nobody is like, being strict on them. But then you also have people giving the people unreasonable amounts of work to get in such a short period of time. So instead of them being able to do their best work, they're just doing whatever and passing it on and passing it on and passing it on. So the final product ends up being terrible.
And my thing is that like a huge IP like Blue Lock, all you gotta do is push it back. Just push it back another year. Push it back 2 years. We're anime fans. Anime fans are loyal to the core. They're gonna wait for a good product.
Why would you give us a
rushed? Why would you give us a rushed product? Same thing with Promised Neverland. Why would you just give us a rushed product and just watch everything go to shit? That's my biggest gripe with this. That's my biggest issue. You know that we're gonna hate on that shit. You know that it's not a good product. You've seen so many anime. You're a director of all this. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say also, like, to answer one of your questions is like, why would they give us a rushed product? But again, it's also important to remember that an anime is not like a cartoon in the West, right? In a cartoon in the West, the expectation is to make a return on your investment. So you can spend a lot of time working on a series or working on a movie because when you put it out, you're expecting to make a big return. Anime is just an advertisement for the manga. So, and that's why a lot of these series don't get a season 2, because the expectation is basically for the anime to be an extended advertisement. So like a good anime can get people into reading the manga, but if the manga is already doing really well, doesn't really matter whether or not they make a good anime, because they're not really making any money off of the anime. They're making all the money off the manga, so they don't really care that much. You know what I mean?
You really think that, bro?
It's not that I think that, I know that, right? Anime
You think
costs.
that if the manga is that good,
Yeah.
you don't need a good anime adaptation.
Bro,
Look at Berserk, bro.
The thing is, with new series, right? When they have a new series for Shonen Jump, the reason why they almost always have an anime really early on is to push the sales for the manga. That's what happened to Demon Slayer. As soon as the Demon Slayer anime came out, the sales skyrocketed. That's the expectation, right? But if you have something like Blue Lock, which is like the best-selling sports manga, and the first season of the anime got hella sales for the manga, and now they have a dedicated people buying the manga, they don't really care, because look, because if an animation costs like $100,000 an episode and they're not making a return on the investment, they don't really care that much whether or not people like the anime. As long as people are still buying the manga, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize the way that animes are kind of like funded is that there's a whole bunch of like basically investment companies that send money to like a director or like a big like manga publishing people, and then those people like source out and have the anime made. They're not it's not like this Oda just wants to make a random fucking anime with all this fuck you money or whatever, you know what I mean? People put up money for it to be created, and then if it does well, then they'll keep it going, you know what I mean?
Okay. My thing is, though, if you're gonna do something, at least do it right.
Right.
Like, you're paying people to do a service. People love this series. Do it correctly.
Right.
You showed us in the first half that you can do it. Why can't you give us something even on that level? Like, I feel like it's a huge disservice to the fans and the creator. I just feel like it's a huge disservice to the whole series overall, for real.
And even the animators,
if you're gonna do something, do it right.
It is.
Even the animators were complaining. They were saying that they weren't getting enough time to do good work, and everything was being rushed because the director didn't know what they were doing. And on top of that, even when the animators did animate like a really fire scene, they would just cut it out for some reason. So like even like there were some fire scenes that were supposed to be in there that just never made it into the final cut.
Yeah, bro.
I seen that, bro. I seen like some guy on Twitter, like he was an animator on Blue Lock. He said he was doing like 5 scenes all at once, bro.
Come on, bro. U20 is one of the most popular arcs, bro. I was reading that bitch. I'm like, yo, I'm on my phone, bro. So hype as fuck. So now that I'm hearing that they're not animating this shit to perfection, like my blood is boiling. It's boiling.
Crash out,
I'm
bro.
raging.
Crash out.
I'm gonna crash the fuck out. I'm gonna crash out, chat. This is insane. U20 was peak Blue Lock. If you read Blue Lock already, you know what U20 means to the series. Tough.
100%.
Super tough.
What about the AOT final chapter movie that's coming out pretty soon here?
They're milking the fuck out of that series, bro.
Yes. I have something to say that they're adding an extended scene to the end of it that didn't make it into the original cut. So we're getting extra content. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be longer than 10-15 minutes. But
less than that, probably.
Yeah.
What else can they add? What can they add, bro?
I don't. Well, see, that was my question too. Is like I've seen a lot of theories online saying that this might hint to another like Attack on Titan type series or some shit, which I think is kind of a stretch. But that's the only theories I've seen out there right now.
Eren is tired. He's tired, bro.
They're gonna hit you with a Kaguya plot twist and then have
Facts.
Attack on Titan: Next Generation.
Facts,
Next Generation.
We don't need that, bro. We don't need that. Let Attack on Titan rest, bro. What we really need from MAPPA is we need Chainsaw Man back, bro. I saw that they just did like 4 new illustrations for Chainsaw Man anime. And apparently they just announced that the Reze movie is getting worked on right now, which I thought was already in the works. I thought it was dropping in December. I thought it was dropping this December. Apparently not.
Really?
I don't know.
I thought it was dropping sometime.
Shout out Reze. Shout out Reze. That's my bae right there. I love her.
But
she a bad bitch. I'm sorry for cursing, chat. She's bad though.
I guess the profit margins on Attack on Titan are just that much higher than fucking Chainsaw Man, I guess. I don't know.
Duh.
It's probably because Chainsaw Man is over. It's probably selling a lot more merch now that it is over. People have seen the entire series and now they're like, man, I need something to remember this by. So they're going out and they're buying clothes, figures, stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm gonna sound so messed up right now, but Attack on Titan is that dog that they just keep breeding over and over. Just selling the puppies, bro. It's not even a dog anymore. It's just
they
breeding
definitely
factory,
100%
bro.
are milking the fuck out of that shit, bro.
A little
But-
off topic.
Go ahead.
Three
You
AOCs.
first. No, you first, Mello. You first, Mello.
No, go ahead. I already forgot what I was doing. Bring right got to me.
My bad, bro. Because I'm finna jump off topic back to Blue Lock. Because I was talking to my manager, asking him why he thinks Blue Lock wasn't doing well. He says because they don't sell merch. And when he said it, I thought about it. I don't own a single piece of Blue Lock merch, not one. I've never seen any in the stores. I know there's figures on like the Crunchyroll store and stuff, but when I go to like GameStop and Walmart and Target, these kind of places, I don't see anything Blue Lock. No T-shirts, no figurines, nothing.
I mean, they could easily make like a FIFA type game for Blue Lock.
Yeah,
You know?
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they
Soccer's the biggest sport in the world. They're selling
Right.
with Blue Lock right now. They're already selling right now. I'm not
And
gonna lie.
I rarely see any ads at any type of like real life FIFA games, bro. You know what I mean? That's a perfect place to
Right.
fucking throw with Blue Lock ads.
It's
I
literally
I
the
feel like
perfect place.
if they make like a FIFA type game, but then like they also have like the anime cutscenes, like the animated cutscenes, and then like
Perfect.
you could like use like special moves like during the game, like kind of like you know what I mean? I feel
Like Mario
with, like,
Strikers.
yeah. I feel like
I would love that.
I feel like that would be
They're
pretty well.
doing bad with Blue Lock right now. So.
I would buy that.
Me too.
I would too. I haven't even read a single chapter, bro.
Has anyone played that
bro.
JJK game?
Y'all need to get Bleach.
It's
Y'all need
dog
to
shit,
read
bro.
Bleach.
It's dog shit.
It's
definitely
still
dog shit.
$60. It's still $60 in the store, and it makes me mad. I want to buy it just to have it like as in my collection.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
I say Naruto and DBZ have the best anime games.
Facts. To switch to a different subject, ND, I know you're really gonna like this topic. What are your thoughts on the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War so far?
I love it. I think it's perfect. I love it.
Mm.
I love it.
What's that meme when they go yee? Where the memes they be going?
It's peak. It's peak. Yeah. Chat's lighting up. It's peak. Yeah, facts.
The Homelander one.
Yeah.
Facts. Now, okay, so here's my little story so far. I have yet to watch Bleach and or read Bleach, but is on the to-do list. I'm taking this 6-month One Piece break very seriously and trying to catch up to the One Piece. Once the day I finish One Piece, I am picking up the Bleach manga, bro. The
Bleach manga. The Bleach manga is so good, and also something I really like about it is that it's very easy to read because of the paneling and because there are so few words. Like he uses so much visual storytelling instead of just like swamping the page with text. No shot at Oda, but a lot of the later chapters have just been just like swamping the page with text. Like
I mean,
Kubo
Dressrosa,
doesn't do
there's
that.
a fucking big ass essay.
I didn't know Oda had that many words to say. The bro already got like 1,000 chapters, bro. Just throwing
You think
mad
he
words
told-
on the screen.
Bro, think he Togashi or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he turned into Togashi. I'm
That's a
reading
crazy
all
move, like,
chapters, bro. I'm like, shit.
nah, because
bad.
like there'd be like what, like there'd be like there are certain pages where there's like almost like what 15 to 20 speech bubbles. It's like, bro, there's like relax.
Mm.
What? I didn't know you had to explain so much at the end, bro. I didn't know.
100%. Now, okay, so now that I know you guys are really fucking with 1,000-Year Blood
Wait,
War.
let me go to the
ahead.
bathroom real quick. I'm gonna just give me like 30 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead. Who's in chat right now? Who's in chat?
Perfect. It's perfect.
Hey, if you're in chat, light the chat up right now. Light the chat up.
Yo,
Hey,
leave a
Swig.
like, sons. Leave likes, sons. What's up,
Like-
bro?
Yo, Swizzy, you think it's better if I start reading Bleach or if I started watching Bleach? Which would you
Honestly,
recommend?
bro.
Anime,
All right,
let's
so
go.
I would say read to Soul Society,
I've read
Read
all the
the
way
Soul
up to Soul
Society.
Society.
so you could watch it now. Watch it from there.
I've read everything
good.
up until the start of the 1,000-Year Blood War.
So what are you talking about? You haven't caught up?
I have to watch 1,000-Year Blood War Part 1 and 2. I haven't seen either one.
Oh, so what are you talking about?
I haven't
You're
read that.
Oh,
I haven't
you've not
read the
watched Bleach yet.
1,000-Year Blood War. I haven't read the 1,000-Year Blood War. I read up into it before it was announced, and I was like, okay, now that I've caught up, I can watch the 1,000-Year
Yeah,
Blood
watch it
War.
definitely because they have way more information now because they rushed Kubo during the 1,000-Year Blood War. So the anime is like his
I don't want to
like-
give Hulu no money.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro? I don't give Hulu any money.
Bro, you know how I
Like-
feel, bro.
I know how you feel, bro. It's like don't complain to me. What
You
can I
right,
do for
you
you,
right.
bro? I can't do nothing for you, bro.
Can I have some money?
All I can do is lead you to water, bro. I can't tell you to drink, bro.
But I'm
Come on,
thirsty.
son.
All right,
Mello,
all right.
Mello, definitely, bro. You're the only one that's not caught up, bro. As lonely as that 1,000-Year Blood War, it's only you.
I mean,
Lonely.
I don't know if you're gonna really fuck with this idea, but my entire idea was just to read the Spark Notes on what's going down right now, just so I can get caught up and watch fucking 1,000-Year Blood War.
So it's faded.
Oh, just read the manga,
I
bro.
don't got nothing to say to that, bro. I have nothing to say to that.
He said no rebuttal. Do what you do.
But okay, so facts. I already got it saved on my watch list right now, bro, on my manga.
Bro, but like, look at these pages, bro. There's like no text. It's so easy to read, dog.
mhm.
Kubo cooks.
fuck.
Kubo cooks.
All I'm saying is that I don't have enough time to be putting into this series to a lot of series like I used to, bro. Back in the day when I was a young lad, I was able to watch 20 episodes a day, bro. Now I'm lucky if I can get, a couple chapters in One Piece a day.
Reading
gonna lie,
is
bro.
fundamental.
Not enough
man.
time in the
Reading is
day.
fundamental.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'd be so brainwatted that I'd be watching anime on like 1.5 times speed, sometimes 2 times speed.
Come on, big bruh.
I'm not
1.5
gonna lie
isn't
to you,
bad
bro.
though. 1.5 isn't bad though.
Unless it's like one of those like, unless it's like a fucking beautiful anime with like with like perfect pacing and everything, I'd be watching it. I'd be watching it like fast forwarded. I'm not gonna lie to you.
1.5 is not bad at all.
Okay. Now my next question is, do you watch it subbed or dubbed?
I hate, bro. The reason why I don't really be watching anime that much anymore is I usually like to do something while I watch. So like I usually work on my manga, like drawing while I watch. But the problem is I can't draw and read at the same time. So it's kind of hard to watch sub. But I hate most of the dubs because the voices annoy my ears. So like I just can't watch because if I watch, I can't read the subtitles. But if I watch the dub, it's annoying my ears. So I just can't watch at all.
I guess facts.
It's an
Oh, fuck,
enigma.
Yo,
Mhm.
the dub annoys my ears so much, bro.
W making me want to throw up.
Like
Yeah, well,
why?
And I don't get it because like when you watch American cartoons, the voices are not annoying. So why is it like,
Yeah.
only in anime?
Let me explain. The reason why I think it is like that in anime, because when they make the mouths do the words for the Japanese language, it fits the mouth movements. But when they take that video and move it over to English, they have to find certain words that fit that mouth moving pattern. And it just there's a disconnect with that.
That actually makes a lot
Yo,
of
I
sense.
seen something where they could edit the mouth to match what they're saying.
Yeah, a
Like
lot
the
of
new
modern
AI
ones
stuff?
do that. Yeah, a lot of modern ones do
Right.
that.
So I don't think it's really an excuse to be cringe, guys.
I mean, I
Built
think
into the psyche at this point.
y'all already know my take, bro. You already know my take, but we'll skip that. We'll save that for another episode.
I think
I
Don
also
Don
think
has a
that as well,
fire
like-
English dub, son. For real.
I also think as well that like a lot of dub is really cringe because like they try to translate things too accurately to the point where it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Certain phrases that make sense if you say it in Japanese, but they don't make sense if you say it in English. And there really isn't an English equivalent to that phrase. So like instead of just I don't know, just like omitting it altogether or trying to find like a common English phrase, they just like translate it exactly. But we don't speak Japanese, so it just doesn't make any fucking sense to us.
Bro, I don't even think it's the words that they use, bro. It's the voice actors, bro. Because if we had Ichigo's voice actor, Johnny Young Bosch, saying some cringe shit, it will still sound cool as fuck.
Probably.
Bryce Papenbrook saying something mad cringe. Asuna! What? Give me more!
I think it sounds fine, bro.
Am I cooking? Am I cooking right now, chat?
Nah,
Give
you
me
wouldn't.
more! Give me more!
I
We need better voice actors, son.
will say there is definitely a tier list with voice actors, but I would say a lot of modern anime nowadays, especially if it's a big IP, a lot of those dubs are pretty well put together.
I think Mello could be a voice actor.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think the '90s dubs are better than the more modern dubs. Yu Yu
That's
Hakusho
facts.
dub.
I
perfect.
agree. You don't see no Dragon Ball Z dubs. Now this is go further beyond.
Dragon Ball Z has a great dub. Pokemon has a great dub.
Bro,
Yu-Gi-Oh has a
passing
great
out to
dub.
make
Facts, bro.
bruh.
And like, I don't know who is the voice actor, but whoever did the English dub for Koenma on Yu Yu Hakusho did the most perfect performance like I've ever seen, like ever in dubbed anime.
I beg to differ, but you know,
Dang.
we'll let bygones be
Dang.
bygones on that one.
Yeah, I miss Vic McNogan. How you say Vic McNogan? I forgot his name. He's such
What?
a unique voice. The voice actor for Broly.
Oh, I have no clue.
He does other voices too, but he has such a he's the voice actor for Edward Elric. For Full Metal Alchemist,
yeah, I
brother.
know.
Oh, he's good. Then he's good. If he did Edward, he's good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He's
bruh.
a G in my book.
Not good.
I-
I
yeah,
just-
I need unique
Yeah.
voices, son. Give me unique voices. Johnny and Bosch, Bryce Papenbrook, Vic. I can't even say his name. Sean Schemmel, like
my all-time favorite is Chris Sabat, bro. All-time
Chris
favorite is Chris Sabat.
Sabat. Like
Tara Strong.
bruh.
I
Tara
love Tara
Strong.
Strong.
Like we got some goats out there, son. We got some real goats out there, bro. Like don't make the quality go down because you don't want to pay them. Pay them people. Pay them people.
Bro, there was a
Quality's about to
recent.
go down because they're gonna start using like they're gonna try to start finessing AI, and now like
Right, bro.
it's gonna sound
Exactly
even worse.
what I was gonna say. There was
To
a
be
voice
honest, I
actor
feel like
strike
AI would sound
recently.
better, bro. Cause the shit we got now, like, I'm tired, bro. Story cansado. Story cansado.
Okay, so back on the Bleach wave. I know Andy, I seen you talking about this a little bit. Apparently there was like a reanimation for like the early Bleach fights, like the one that got kind of cooked. What are your thoughts on the reanimation?
Yeah, so they did like a short. I think it's like for like a 20th anniversary. They did like a short reanimation of like some of the key, key moments. I'm not sure if it's a trailer or not. I hope it's a trailer. I hope they're bringing Bleach back. I hope so, but we don't know yet. Maybe it's just like the Naruto thing where they
did
the reanimation.
Forgive me, it's not a trailer. It was like a special shout out.
Yeah, like a special video or whatever.
Preview.
So, I mean, I hope they're going to reanimate Bleach because I know Kubo said that he would be interested in redoing Bleach altogether because he said the anime did a really bad job at adapting Bleach and they got a lot of things wrong and like a lot of the moments just did not match at all with what he envisioned. So he did say that like I think the term that he used was some of the scenes made me sick to my stomach. So I think that he would be very interested in reanimating Bleach if that was a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now my next question is comparing the 1,000-Year Blood War to the early Bleach. How much different is it as far as like adapting the actual manga?
What?
So you want to answer that one?
Go ahead, Andy. I got you after.
Howard. Yeah, so I was going to say that like 1,000-Year Blood War, they adapt the anime scenes pretty faithfully. But there's a lot of things, like Swizz was saying, that like Kubo couldn't put in the manga because they rushed him. So they have a lot of things that are really recontextualizing the story and adding a lot of new things into the story. So it does adapt it faithfully, the things that are in the manga, but it's also adding a whole lot of new things. For example, like we got to see Uryu's Voshtendig transformation. That was just not in the manga. Or we got to see Ichigo and Uryu like fight. That was not in the manga either. You know what I mean? So they're adding a lot of or even like the Soul King backstory, like and the stuff with like Yuha and his like motivations. That wasn't in the manga either. So they're adding a whole lot of new stuff.
The anime canon, bro. The anime canon strikes again.
Yes, sir.
Period. The Kings of
I ain't
Anime
mad.
canon.
Wait, so what was the question, Melly? You saying like compare it to the first part?
I'm saying,
question,
yeah,
bro?
I'm saying, how is Period doing in adapting Bleach manga to the anime? 1,000 Year Blood War versus the OG Bleach anime.
Personally, bro, you're not seeing any filler. Let's take the elephant out of the room, bro. Where's the filler? There's no filler.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Is-
battle arc, random ass battle arc in between important ass. Because if you read the Bleach manga, bro, it goes from boom, it goes from main story to main story to main story to main story. Somehow in the anime, it went from battle arc to Zanpakuto. I forgot what was it? Fucking battle
Back to
arc.
Rebellion.
So your Zanpakuto Rebellion, even though I really like that one because I like seeing the Zanpakutos come into their human states or whatever. It was pretty cool. But it didn't need that, bro. But the manga, I guess the 1,000 Year Blood War arc is just strictly meat and potatoes, bro. We don't need any appetizers. We don't need any, just try my special dish, chef's choice. It's just straight meat and potatoes, bro, for 1,000 Year Blood War. For real. With dessert.
Are the fillers in Bleach actually worth watching, or are they kind of just?
No, I've never watched a Bleach filler in my life.
Bro, the Bound arc is just brain. Don't watch the Bound arc. Don't watch
That's
the
exactly
Bound
why I
arc,
want to
bro.
read the manga and not watch the anime.
People be saying like, oh, like I'm watching Bleach, but like I'm at this filler arc and it's so boring, and I'm like, nigga, skip it. What the fuck? Like, what are you complaining?
I
about?
didn't
Just
know.
skip it.
I didn't know it was filler. I didn't know the Bound arc was filler. It's like 100 episodes of just bounce. I didn't know.
That's
100
crazy.
episodes of filler?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit. Definitely not doing
Well,
that.
that's
shit.
almost more filler than all the filler in One Piece.
True. But
I'd rather watch Bleach filler than all of One Piece right now, bro. I'm down that hill, bro.
I don't
Too
like
much
you,
One
Swizz.
Piece.
I really don't.
Too much One Piece, bro. I read One Piece. So I caught up. I'd rather read it than watch it.
I don't know. But I guess that brings up the question, like, what is Period actually getting their shit together now? Because they just signed a deal with another like smaller studio, and now they split into
Asahi?
2 different studios. Yep.
I don't know. Perio think is Perio or Perio?
I don't
Perio.
know, bro.
Probably pretty well.
I heard
Perio?
Perio. I heard Perio.
I'm gonna still say Period. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out
I like
Perio
Perio better.
Films, son. Shout out Perio Films because they cooking. They are cooking.
You know, I
yeah,
believe in
now,
that
now
on
they
the
are.
plane.
Yeah, now they are. Not before.
I think they're getting their shit
Nah,
together
they-
for the series they care about.
Right.
But the series they
Facts.
don't give a fuck about, they're not trying to do too much.
Hey, this could be it. I like a good redemption story. This could be their comeback. Let them cook. Let them cook.
I fucking hope so, bro. I hope so. But in my eyes, all I see is that the biggest Bleach glazers are Period themselves, bro. They really are the biggest fucking Bleach glazers. They fucking threw Naruto out. They threw Boruto out. They threw fucking Black Clover out. They threw fucking Tokyo Ghoul out. Every single series they have touched has been some type of fumble, bro.
No, I
Bro,
think
Bleach
Tokyo
is saving
Ghoul,
their
the
studio.
first season at least, was pretty peak, bro.
But we gotta wait till
Black Saber
2028.
Studio.
Black
for
Clover is pretty
Boruto.
good. They did Naruto. What else did they do? Platinum End is pretty good. I'm looking at a list right now. What they made? They made all the
Bro.
Naruto movies. They made Naruto. Those are pretty good. I ain't
They
gonna
got us
lie, all the
wait
Bleach
until
movies are pretty good,
2028.
too.
though.
Naruto was only good when it wasn't filler.
Right. I can agree with that. Fucking Black Clover's movie was peak, bro. That shit was
Honestly,
good.
It was filler though.
I watched Naruto without any other filler just to see, because I watched Naruto when I was young with all the fillers. So I want to see like how much better it is if you just skip all the fillers.
I skipped all the fillers. I thought it was pretty good. But if you add those in, that might change my rating on the show for sure.
Shout out Studio Period, man.
Bro,
Not gonna
I
lie.
just go ahead, Andy, go ahead.
Imperio with the 1,000 Year Blood War treatments, I'd be okay with them animating Rin Symbol. Not gonna lie. If they give it the 1,000 Year Blood War treatment out,
Let's get it.
Hey, they come
I like
into a
that.
studio near you, bro.
I like that. I like that.
All I'm saying, bro, is I really do hope they have their shit together when they decide to bring Black Clover back, bro. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, bro. Because I'm
Do you
caught
think
up with
Black
the
Clover is
manga.
actually going to come back? Like, honest question. Like, do you think it's actually going to come back, or are you just saying that just to say it?
I know.
It's definitely coming back.
I genuinely think it's going to come back. But it won't be until Bleach is done.
Okay. Because like
And
Black
that
Clover's
goes
coming back.
that goes for Boruto too.
I don't like for example Boruto. I don't think Boruto's ever going to come back because like the way that if they just like fumbled it so badly, I just don't see them making a return on their investment if they try to do another season. And also with the way that like it's going with Two Blue Vortex, it's one chapter a month, which is 12 chapters a year. So like for them to have enough content to animate an entire season with good quality pacing, that would take like 5 years worth of content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently the rumors are we're waiting till 2028 until the Boruto anime returns. So 4 to 5 years makes sense if that rumor is true.
That makes sense. My only thing is that I think they would be kind of stupid to not bring back Boruto because it's kind of leeching off of that Naruto legacy. So I think that's an automatic built-in fan base. Not only that, but if they also announce that there's going to be no filler, it's going to be seasonal type shit. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people will be willing to pick it back up. You know what I mean?
I hate Boruto.
And Black Clover, I don't think they did a bad job with Black Clover.
I don't need to say anything about that.
There's a couple bad animated scenes, but other than that, I think it's pretty solid. There's very minimal filler. I mean, all the fight scenes look pretty good. That's all I gotta say about that.
What, for Black Clover?
Mm-hmm.
Love Black Clover.
And Black Clover.
Yeah, Black Clover is pretty good, bro.
Black Clover manga is almost done too.
Yeah, I think they did the anime pretty good.
My issue with Black Clover is that, well, my issue is not really an issue. It's just like most normal people like to see series that are similar to the series that they like. For me, like, I don't like seeing a series that's similar to something that I already like because in my mind, it's like, I've already seen this before. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people love Jujutsu Kaisen because it's like similar to like Bleach, for example. That's the reason why I don't really care for it because I'm just like, why would I watch this if I can just go watch Bleach? You know what I mean?
Facts.
I think that's valid. That's valid.
I think JJK
Very
is more
valid.
similar to like Naruto.
Definitely both.
Mm-hmm. My whole argument on Black Clover is that it's like a culmination from all my favorite shows, like Dragon Ball, the motivational aspect from Dragon Ball, the power system from Naruto. Obviously they have those captain-esque type positions from Bleach type shit. So it's like all my favorite culminations from every single series that I've liked into like one show. That's kind of how I see it. That's why
The Black Bulls are super quirky, bro. They remind me of the Straw Hats. The Black Bulls remind me of the Straw Hats in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, I think in my eyes, it's the best underdog story in anime or in shonen.
Oh, really? Not as better than Naruto's?
Naruto is not an underdog, bro. We've been over this before. Naruto is not an underdog.
Bro, Naruto is an underdog in certain aspects and not in other aspects.
He is not, bro. He is not an underdog. He is an
Naruto,
Uzumaki.
he's black. He's basically black, bro.
Bro,
Naruto's black.
He's an Uzumaki with a shit ton of chakra. His dad is Minato, the 4th Hokage, and he's also a Jinchuriki. You know how lucky you have to be?
Bro.
Like, and he got all this at birth, basically.
Bro, being an Uzumaki and also being an Jinchuriki made it difficult for him to control his chakra because he had too much chakra, way more chakra than the average person. He also had to constantly struggle against the Nine Tails to not give into his hatred because the whole point was for him to go against, not be like Sasuke and give into his hatred and like go end up destroying the village and shit. So like him having to struggle against everybody hating him losing his friends, and also having this inner demon pushing him towards his hatred. He was definitely an underdog in that sense, that he had to like fight against what he was supposed to become to like do the right thing, so to speak.
Right. I think Naruto had every reason to crash out.
Sure, but I don't think that fits the definition of an underdog.
Well, I mean, I think an underdog is somebody who doesn't end up. I think ends up achieving more than what they were expected to achieve. Naruto was expected to be just another Akatsuki member who ends up crashing out, becoming a villain, and dying evil, and he just didn't do that.
I think an underdog is somebody that has the odds stacked against them.
Yeah. In my eyes, Naruto, sure, he had people hating on him, but he didn't really have the odds stacked against him per se.
Bro, what? Come on, bro.
Because I mean, sure, he just had to learn, like, he had this unlimited amount of chakra. He had the Jinchuriki. His dad was, Minato. He had Jiraiya in his life. He had Kakashi in his life. All these people in his life to teach him, right from wrong. And having those at your disposal will never beat someone that's in a magical world where everyone relies on magic, and then the MC has no magic, so he legit has to find some other way to get at the top of his verse.
And then just gets anti-magic just like that.
I would say, yeah, bro. Anti-magic is like the most hacks thing in his series, bro. To be honest, bro. And I would say this, bro. Fuck, I just had it under the fucking tip of my tongue. I would say this, bro. Naruto has a literal demon inside of him, bro. If my man's got a demon inside of him, you think I'm talking to him, bro?
I mean, Asta has a demon in him too.
Bro, that's what bro, okay. And Asta's an underdog too. You see what I'm saying? You're saying Melo's trying to say that Asta's an underdog when he's actually the same thing as Naruto.
I think they're both
You can't
underdogs.
say one is an underdog and you can't say the other.
I think they're both underdogs, but I think Asta probably does have a better underdog story. Because, for one reason specific, because when people say Naruto didn't have friends when he was growing up, I wonder if we watch the same show, because Naruto had Shikamaru and Choji with him every single day.
That's filler. That's filler. That's the thing, though. A lot of the filler and a lot of the studio period, like original scenes, are not actually canon. Like, we're not actually in the manga. So, like, I know exactly what you're talking about. A lot of the scenes where Shikamaru and Choji and Naruto and Kiba were hanging out, Naruto did not know who these people were until the Chunin exams. So all that shit was not in the manga.
No,
none of it was in the manga. I didn't
no
know
fila.
the manga.
Anime canon, bro. What do you mean?
I didn't either. I found this out because I said what you're saying right now, and someone reacted to my video and said like that none of this is true.
Well, I hate anime canon, bro.
Get your shit together, Unc.
Bro, my back hurt. I can't.
All right. I think we finish off with a little fun activity. We try and guess CBR's top 10 anime fights, and then we call it a stream right there.
Let's do it.
Right off the bat, I know one of them is going to be Kakashi versus Obito.
Hold on.
Ooh, I got another one. I know it's going to be on there. Frieza versus Goku, Super Saiyan 1.
Hold on. Give me a second.
With CBR.
And Andy, what did you say?
Kakashi versus Obito, for sure.
That's like number 3, right?
It's not on the list. That's not on the list.
On the list? What the fuck?
Kakashi versus Obito is not on the list.
What about Goku?
Wait. This is the best like animated scenes or best like
all
in
time?
terms of what?
This is
in terms of hype, in terms of narrative, in terms of like what?
This is CBR's 20 most iconic anime fights. We're taking the top 10.
Oh, iconic. Okay, well, the Naruto versus Sasuke Valley at the end is going to be an iconic one.
Naruto versus Sasuke.
That's definitely there.
Yes, that's number 10.
What about Goku and Frieza? I know that's on there.
Okay.
Goku versus Frieza is definitely going to be on there.
Or Goku versus Jiren, for sure.
That is not on the list. There is a Dragon Ball fight in here, though. There is a Dragon Ball fight in here.
There's no Goku versus
Jiren
on that list. The fuck?
That's actually crazy.
No, Goku versus Cell is not on this list.
You said Gohan. He said Gohan.
Oh,
yeah,
Gohan
Team
versus
Gohan
Cell,
versus Cell.
No, Gohan and Cell.
Goku versus Kid Buu?
That's what it's going to be. Watch. What?
No.
I'm done.
Is Goku in the fight?
Yes, it's Goku versus somebody.
Who could it be? Let me think.
Vegeta, Goku versus Vegeta?
Yep.
Yep.
Goku.
They have no good
Vegeta?
Goku and Vegeta at number 5.
They have no good fights together. This
Yeah, I
list
can
is
see why that
biased.
would be on the list. But I say Goku vs Frieza should have been there instead of that one.
I
It's
also
the most
agree. I
iconic.
agree.
It's the
I
most
agree.
iconic. Give me the one that broke the internet, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Wait,
like,
wait.
Goku
Hold
versus
on.
Jiren was the
I fucked up. Goku and Frieza is on the list, number 1.
Okay.
Bro.
All right.
I fucked
Hold
up.
on,
I didn't
Is
see that.
we got-
versus
we got
Ichigo
two- we got
Aizen
three.
on the list?
3 so far. Yep. Ichigo versus Aizen.
I was gonna say that. I got robbed.
That is not on the list, but there is a Bleach fight on here.
I'm gonna be real biased.
Ichigo versus Kenpachi. Ichigo versus Soul Society. Ichigo versus the Captains. As
No.
Sogyoku.
No.
Versus his Zanpakuto.
Ichigo versus Byakuya.
I was gonna say Ichigo versus
Yeah.
Yuha, but that's not more iconic than Ichigo
It's,
versus Aizen.
Ichigo versus Byakuya, number 7.
Wow. Okay.
What the fuck is this list, bro?
I like Ichigo
Okay,
versus Aizen better.
This is
than
CBR, bro.
Byakuya,
This is
to be honest.
CBR.
I got a real biased fight. Luffy versus Lucci.
Gear
Right
Fist
on the
title.
fucking money, bro. Right on the money. Right on the money.
Nice.
Luffy
Nice.
versus Lucci, number 10. Sneaks is at number 10.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Honestly, I knew that would be on there. Is there another One Piece fight?
Yeah.
Because if there is, it's probably gonna be Luffy versus Kaido.
No, but there's another Naruto fight. This
Another
list came
Naruto?
Naruto
out.
versus Pain. Naruto
This
versus
list,
Pain.
this list came out February 10th, 2024.
Okay.
There's got to be
versus
Naruto versus
Jigen?
Pain, right?
Pain.
No, not Naruto versus Pain.
What is
Naruto
going
versus
on?
Jigen?
What's going
No,
on?
it's OG Naruto.
Naruto versus Zabuza?
Lee versus Gara.
That's it. Lee versus Gara,
Lee
Lee
number 2.
versus
Lee
Gara.
versus
That's a
Gara,
good one.
number
That's a
2.
good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
So how many do we have, bro?
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're missing number 6, missing number 4, and missing number 3.
Is there a JoJo's fight in there?
There is a JoJo's fight in here.
Is it Jonathan versus Dio?
No.
Or Jotaro versus Dio?
What?
Yep, Jotaro versus Dio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Number
I got a
3.
wild card.
Number 3.
Here's my wild card. Kaiba versus Yugi.
Bro, I was gonna say that, but I don't think that counts as a fight.
I think so, but it's not on the list. It's not on the list.
It should be on the list for sure.
It should be on the list.
It should be on the list for sure.
Edward Elric versus father.
No.
That's a good one.
You're both okay. These last 2 remaining, number 4 and number 8, are both.
I feel like
Togashi
it's gonna be an
series.
Attack on Titan one.
They're both
Oh, it's gonna be
Togashi.
Attack on
series.
Titan.
They're what?
Togashi?
Togashi?
Oh,
On the,
Gon versus Hisoka.
Gon versus Pito.
No versus Hisoka.
Nope.
Oh, Miriam versus Netero.
Yep.
Boom.
Marion versus Netero. Number 8.
Yusuke versus Sensui.
No.
That guy with the big shoulders. I can't remember his name. It starts
Yusuke
with a
versus
B, I think.
Toguro.
I'll go with that guy with the H.
Toguro. Yusuke versus Toguro.
Yep. Yusuke versus Toguro.
Yeah,
number
Tagoro.
4.
Tagoro. There you go. There you go.
Okay, so
Ash versus Gary should also be on the list.
that's a good one. That is a good one too.
Ash versus
Okay.
Paul should be on the list. Not Ash versus Gary.
Okay, so this is how the list go from number 1 to number 10. Goku versus Frieza, Rock Lee versus Gara, Jotaro versus Dio, Yusuke versus Toguro, Goku versus Vegeta. Oh wait, we're missing number 6.
Huh?
Number 7, Ichigo versus Byakuya. 8, Netero versus Miriam. And number 9, Naruto versus Sasuke. 10, Luffy versus Lucci. We're missing one more. Number 6.
I thought you said it was 2 Togashi
Togashi.
series.
This is not Togashi.
Hmm.
This is a 90s
Is
anime.
this
though. This is a 90s.
90s anime, not Togashi.
Inuyasha?
No.
Is it Spike
90s
Spiegel versus that
anime.
one guy with the long hair? Forget his name though.
Griffith versus Guts.
It is Spike. It is Spike.
I knew it. Spike Spiegel versus that guy with the long hair, bro. The long white or grayish hair.
Those going crazy.
I never finished Cowboy Bebop. No idea.
It just
Why
says
even
Spike.
outside right
Spike
now?
versus Vicious Spike forces Spike to deal with his past. That's what it says.
Oh, Spike versus Vicious. That's his name.
Yeah, vicious. The nigga with the sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had that scene where Spike was looking up at the gun, and then the dude had the sword against his chest.
Yeah.
I like the Cowboy Bebop live action. I don't know why I got so much hate.
No
Send some claps,
fila.
bro. Send some claps. Clap it up. Clap it up.
Yay!
Clap it up.
No fila.
Yeah, all I gotta say is CBR, get your shit together, bro. This list is kind of dookie. It's
only
kind of
halfway
good, but
decent.
it's kind of good, but kind of dookie at the same time. AKA
It's-
mid.
It's mid as hell. Mid list. Super mid list.
Midruto is kind of crazy, bro. That's a crazy shirt, bro. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
lie.
bro. Like, take the shirt off, bro. I'm not gonna ask again.
That's a crazy shirt, bro. That's a crazy shirt. I'm not gonna lie.
You guys have any final thoughts for the pod before we end her off?
Yo, everybody go check out Andy's book, Rune. What's it called?
Rune Symbol.
Rune symbol.
Rune Symbol. Go check it out.
Rune Symbol. Go check out Andy's book, Rune Symbol. Go check out the No Filler Pod. Go subscribe. Go like. Without you guys, we are nothing. We appreciate everybody for showing out, leaving comments, showing hella love. We see everything. We see everything. Thank you guys for showing out. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for showing love. Go check out. Go buy some. It's Go Time wristbands. It's have a sale, 2 for $5. Go check out my website. It's in my link in bio. It's at don'tneedsaving.com. Go get your Don't Need Saving wristbands.
Yes, sir, Ski.
But I might have to get one, bro. Cause Swizz, you see these wristbands I wear? This
Yeah.
Jesus one is brand new, but this green one and this black one, I've been wearing this black one for 3 years straight. It does not leave my
Okay.
arm. This green one I've been wearing for 2 years straight, has not left my arm. This one I got a few months ago, but it has not left my arm. I don't take these off.
Hop up, bro. I got flavors, bro. I got ones that glow in the dark, bro. I got everything, bro. I got some like some army camos. I got every flavor you want.
I got you. It's just shopping online is weird for me, bro. I'm old. I'm an old man. I don't shop online.
I got you, bro. I made it easy for you. $5, bro. You can't go wrong.
Any final thoughts, Andy?
No, I think it's a wrap.
All right, say less. Go cop Rune Symbol. Love you guys. Peace out.